Hey, everybody. It is Ava Cherie, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset. How are you? It's been a minute. Happy New Year and all that good stuff. Just happy to be back with you guys. See what's going on. I'm doing a check-in. I've been finally released in my spirit to post some food for your soul quotes. I've also been inspired by so many of you guys who are creators, who are writers, who are authors, who are just eclectic, poetic, just an amazing mindset. And I just want to thank you for being an inspiration when I log on to things and I don't want to fully engage, but I just want to absorb some of that good for myself when I don't have anything for you guys. Sometimes you just don't have anything, and that's okay. I think we all need to understand that sometimes we're empty in a space of being refreshed. You're not empty because you don't have it. You just feel like you have a lack, but you're just being refreshed. Your spirit is being rejuvenated. Your brain is in overload, and it needs the time to process things. It needs the time to flush out the old and bring in the new. I'm grateful for taking advantage of those moments when my body tells me, sit down spiritually, sis. Sit down. You've done a lot. You're doing a lot, and it's okay. Give yourself permission. While I've been away, something came across was a theme for me. It might just be a theme for you too. I had to learn to forgive myself. And it's just not a one thing deal, one shot deal. I had to learn to go in the archives of things that were still disabling me and deactivate those things that I hadn't forgiven myself for. Deactivate those things that I felt I needed to get permission. And I felt like, sometimes people don't feel like they can rise in amongst their peers or rise in their environment. That wasn't particularly my case, but my case was just forgiving myself for the missteps. As a creator, as a writer, I'm writing about things that's true to life. So as I'm writing, God allows me to process. God allows me to see myself in everything He's releasing to me to give to you. So in that, it's always a learning curve. It's always takeaways. And some of them are stunners. Like they'll just stunt me right in my growth, stunt me right there at that process. And I have to take a step back, whether it's 3 days or a week. And you have to give yourself permission to take a step back and absorb the message. Give yourself permission to absorb what it is that's trying to transmit to you so that you can grow and develop and blossom to your next level, elevate into your transition. So for me, this happens daily. For me, this might be weekly. I had to give myself permission of releasing myself from timelines that was self-imposed. I had to learn to give myself permission not to have a timeline because it actually became my restraint. And I'm going to explain that. I'm a go-getter and I'm a goals getter. Every goal that I've set for myself, the expectation has been super high. My standards are super high for myself, right? And because I've been raised and I have been this way forever, I continue to still do that. But now, when do you have time to say, let me amend some things. Let me reconfigure my thoughts. Let me see now, change with the times, access and utilize the resources that are new. And because you've worked so hard, you've created a safe place and atmosphere that your threshold is so high that if you just chill for a little while, you'll still be exceeding yours and everyone else's expectations because your bar was set so high. So forgive yourself if you didn't meet the timeline. I don't have employees to pay, so they're not affected or won't be impacted by my timeline adjustment. My income isn't contingent on my timeline adjustment. I don't have a press or a printer or PR. I don't have those people waiting for my timeline and deadline. So that won't be affected by my time adjustment. When you have built the boss mentality, when you have built the mindset of goal getting, not just goals setting, you'll give yourself permission and forgive yourself if you miss some steps in between. It's not that you really missed a step, it's that you chilled on a step. You took a time out because you work hard. So when you rest in the things that you've done, when you rest in the completion of the tasks that have set up your foundation, I put false expectations on myself because I want to see the benefits of all the hard labor. And some days, to be honest, we want to see them sooner than later. We want people to see, okay, I see all those titles behind your name, those acronyms. I hear what you're doing, but I don't see the benefits from that. You haven't moved in the mansion yet. The outer material things. Sometimes we want to be able to speak into people's lives and have evidence. Well, I've learned that in forgiving myself, my evidence has always been being true to myself. Y'all get that? I took the long way. I know it. I'm sorry. I missed y'all. Hey, the truth in my evidence has never been material things, because I've had a lot of material things. So even when y'all thought I was on, I wasn't even near where I was going. Okay? So the evidence has never been about materialistic things in this girl, Ava Cherie, or the children that I raise, or the eagles that are around me, the boss beauties, the handsome gents that is doing their thing. It's never been fixated on what it looks like. It's always evidence in your lifestyle, your actions, your deeds, how you walk, how you move, the thoroughness, the loyalness, the integrity of your word. That has always been my evidence. My practice in what I'm preaching, my experience, my dedication, my morality, my ethics, that has sustained me. My prayers, my faith, that has sustained me. So when people looking at evidence, make sure you ain't asking for false evidence. Because we know we got a lot of people that's jackers. They get in trouble and they'll give you something that sounds like it's the truth, like it's the end all, the be all, that sounds like this is what you're looking for. This is what you need to hear. This is your buy-in. And in actuality, it's opposite of what the reality is completely. I like that I'm a reachable person. But in one of my quotes today, I said, I'm going to stop being so available so that I can become more helpful. Because when you're always being available to each and every person at each and every turn, if you're doing your job right, they won't need you that much. And I had to learn that with my own children first. But as a servant leader, we have to reiterate that to ourselves ongoing, because we know we get up and we want to serve. And once we get to serving on the ministry, the mother board, the usher board, the Greek board, everybody board at the work job, we signing up for the potlucks, the cookouts, the everything else, the birthday fun, the birthday events, the child surprise, you here you go events. Ain't nobody got time. Listen, we forget that the quality is not the quantity of what we do. And we also forget that, I just forgot my dang on thought. Listen. We forget the importance and the significance of the entities that go along with what you've already done. Who you already are is good enough. If you decide to sidestep and take a time out to relish and bask in all that you've done, give yourself a okay, it's all right. Give yourself that time. Give yourself permission and forgive yourself. Don't live in that in guilt. Don't live in that you're ashamed. And I'm speaking to myself. I'm speaking to anybody that has an issue in internal conflict. Just bask in knowing that it's not derailed. It's not failed. It's just, hold up, wait a minute. Let me chill right here at this step and look at all the steps and the bricks that I've laid and how much closer I am higher to getting to where I'm trying to go. That wasn't in vain. It's okay. Forgive yourself. That's what I came to tell you. So make sure you're going over to my Food for Your Soul vlogs. I have close to 100 videos over there. Go over to my YouTube page. Please subscribe and check me out on Facebook. Same thing. I will also have some more exciting news. And I'm working and I'm busy. Whatever your situation is right now, you're not a failure. Whatever your situation is, get up, get up, get up. Whatever your situation is, if you sat on that step long enough where you see passerbyers, it's time for you to get up. You've already given yourself permission to sit. You've already given yourself permission to be still. You've already given yourself permission to pray and forgive yourself and others. Get back up, get back focused, and get on mark, because it's time to rock out. We will not be in the same place tomorrow that we're in today. And by the middle of this year, it's going to be stupid for some of y'all. So I can't wait to get y'all praise testimony and y'all praise reports. All right, until next time. God's love and God's peace to you all. Your girl, Ava Cherie.